Okay, ladies and gentlemen, episode 4 of Wrestler Weekly Conversations is here. I'm Mike Leotis here. Our 4th episode is one that I'm really excited about. As you guys know, Filsinger games has been something that we've promoted on the Wrestler Weekly Twitter page, and we're really pumped about. And we have the creator of those games, Tom Filsinger, with us all the way from Arizona. Tom, welcome, and thanks for spending some time with us today.
It's great to be here, Mike. Thanks a lot.
Well, as I've told the fans before, and a lot of people, our bread and butter is the wrestling magazines, and we all remember those old, awesome Champions of the Galaxy ads in the wrestling magazines, and I think that's how a lot of the people ended up getting hooked. I remember those fondly from when I was growing up and looking in. So how did you, I love the format of the game. I love that it's done in real time. How did you come up with the format for the game?
It was really quite by accident. I created the gameplay in high school and really was doing it just to entertain myself. So I created game cards for the wrestlers of the era that I was watching at that time. And then I just sort of put it aside because, like I said, it was really something just to entertain myself. And then when the big boom came in the 1980s and wrestling took off and Hulk Hogan got huge and the WWF became huge, I dusted off that game, created cards for all those people, from Jimmy Snuka and Magnificent Morocco and Hulk Hogan, King Kong Bundy. WCW also, and that would have been Ric Flair and Ronnie Garvin, and I made a bunch of cards, and I played with my brother. And in playing with my brother, and we had such a good time, I thought, well, maybe this isn't a bad game after all. I mean, the fact that I like it doesn't mean anything because I created it. But if my brother is enjoying playing too, then maybe this thing works. And my first thought, though, was not to do this myself, but to try to sell it to WWF or WCW. And those negotiations fell through. Okay. And, which is kind of ironic that, now I'm releasing cards 30-some years later with some of those people I wanted in it in the first place, like King Kong Bundy and all them, So there's irony in that. But anyway, so they said no. WWF was just in a growing stage, and they wound up doing a board game with Milton Bradley.
Oh, I remember that game, the VCR game.
I don't know. I remember, you know that you'd have like a Hulk Hogan guy, and you'd walk him around the board. Yeah. They'd have a token. Yeah, I only got that game because they sent it to me complimentary. Because they said, look, we're sorry, we decided we're going to do this game with Milton Bradley. And that didn't offend me at all because I was kind of shocked I was ever in the running with Milton Bradley.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I was nobody. I was literally nobody. And so, but I knew this was a better game because the Milton Bradley game, if you remember, isn't really much of a wrestling game at all. It's just a kid's game. So there wasn't much to it, and it's forgotten now.
No,
I wanted to sell them something they could keep using, and to this day, I think would still be a good idea for them. And I've been talking with them even lately, too, the WWE. I don't think we can rule out that there would someday be an agreement between us. But for the time being, when I couldn't get somebody to license it, it dawned on me to just create my own characters. Thank God.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be any chance of the Galaxy if they'd have bought it back then. Maybe they'd have run it into the ground. Who knows? All I know is I'm still in business 30-some years later, and I intend to be in business for 30-some odd more years.
I'm happy to hear that because as a fan of the game, and seeing now all the different releases and being on the message boards and seeing how well it's received by it really is a community. You and I mentioned that earlier. It really is a community of people. What is that like when you see the following that the game has?
Well, it's fantastic, and this is as good a time as any for me to say, in memoriam and in tribute, building community is something I learned from Stan Lee. And Stan Lee was a great inspiration to me, not only as a creator, but also as a person who runs a game company and treats their customers as friends, not as customers. And I learned that all from Stan, and so I want to just again mention him because I think he was a great, great person who brought great ideas and inspiration into our world. And so yes, having a game community is something that I tried to build from the very beginning by sharing my passion honestly and sincerely with game players, and in turn they share it back, and I think that that's how it starts.
Yeah, it's tremendous to see, like I said, and it's such a friendly and welcoming place, and you guys have really created a culture like that. I know any time I've placed an order or had customer service or whatever, it's been so above and beyond and friendly, and that's why I advocate that people play this game so much, because whether it's Champions of the Galaxy, whether it's the Legends, whether it's the Indie Feds, you're going to be treated like a member of the family, and I think community is so important, especially in today's day and age.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, and it was there pretty much from the start when we first started with those ads that you referred to in Pro Wrestling Illustrated, because back then there was no internet. Back then, I guess in a good way, there was a focal point. Everybody who liked wrestling bought PWI. And so with our ads being there, we were reaching a lot of people worldwide. And that really opened the doors for us from the start.
It's really taken off. I mean, like I said, when I see all the things that are available now, and like I said, I got into the game in 2003 when I saw the first Legends series out. And I bought those cards, man, and I was hooked. I mean, I've been running the same Fed ever since then. And it's just grown, and it's expanded over the years, and and you have the cards, and the one thing I love about the cards is the artwork. The artwork that you guys do is tremendous. How did you guys come up with when you did it originally, did it have the artwork? How did the artwork become part of the cards and the game?
Yeah, what you're saying is so important. I've been so fortunate to work with so many great artists over these many decades. It all began, of course, with Chuck Carter, who was a friend of mine at the time in Cleveland when it all started. And it really was just kind of lucky because I had only met Chuck a few months earlier, and there was a project a friend of mine was working on. He was writing a magazine, and he needed artists and writers. I was one of the writers, and he introduced me to artists, and one of them was Chuck Carter, and Chuck Carter was living in Cleveland at the time. He did some game work already. He still is. He's still working on new projects, but he was working on a game called Myst, which was a successful game, and I told him my idea of Champions of the Galaxy, and he really liked it a lot, and so he drew the original set, and he drew for about, and I'm probably going to get these years mixed up, but he drew for probably about 6 or 7 years for me, and then I had to move on to other artists. I've worked with many over time. Currently, we have Daryl Banks, who's been doing Champions of the Galaxy for years now, and he's so great. And he's, of course, well known for also doing Green Lantern comics with DC, but, he's a total professional. He's worked with Marvel also. And also Werner. And, Werner's going to shoot me for this, but I think he pronounces his name Mock, but then I've said Meek, and then sometimes, then he tells me, and then I get confused all over again. So I'll stick to Werner. Werner is fantastic. He came out of our fan community like a solar flare. I mean, his skills developed right in front of every fan's eyes, because he started by doing art for our fan base, And then, like I said, he became a fantastic professional artist in what I thought was kind of a short period of time. It all came together, and he's now been working for us regularly on mainly the sets with the real wrestler characters, although he does Champions of the Galaxy sometimes too.
His art to me has been second to none. I mean, I'm as you guys do the reveals now, the Legend set was originally a black and white set, which I collected all those cards quickly. And then I went to playing online, which is such a wonderful facet for the game. I just love that I can pull it up right on my phone. I could be sitting in a waiting room and boom, be having a championship match right in front of me. But the art now that the Legend set that you, the fans, see, that we advertise and that Filsinger Games does the releases for, is now all coming in color. Plus, you guys are adding in newer wrestlers that haven't had cards previously. So I'm blown away every week by the names. I mean, you guys, just Barry Windham and Tully Blanchard just came out. And with the new set, we have the Flying Redheads and the Vashans. What is it like to see this set transition from black and white into color also? And I would imagine this set, I see on the boards everybody's talking, they want Bockwinkel. So what is it like to see the game transition, and what is in store for our set coming up?
Oh, by the way, what a great guy Nick Bockwinkel was. Just a great supporter, and I always enjoyed seeing him. Well, you know what? All the wrestlers have been so great. They've been so supportive. I couldn't have gotten this far and been able to give our fans these game cards if they didn't work with us. And so I'm very thankful for that. Now I forgot your question.
Oh, how does it feel to see this game transition to what was a very successful black and white set into the color set now?
Well, there came a time when we had to move to color. In other words, the black and white stuff was certainly fun to play with. I would never argue that. It's just that it became something that started to be dated looking. In other words, we needed to kind of come up to the modern era, I guess. So I don't even know how many years ago, at least 10 years ago or so, we moved all of our stuff to color. And believe it or not, there was a backlash at first from our fan base.
Yeah.
I don't really blame them. You get used to something being a certain way. I'm the same way. Even if something might be better, you don't know that because you're attached to the way you have it now. And so we actually had to get our fans to a point where they went, yeah, you know what, it is better in color now that we're looking at it. And so then we were doing those indie sets in color even sooner, like Ring of Honor, Chikara, CZW, and so many of the rest we did and still do. And then we brought back, we thought, now's the time maybe to just relaunch Legends in color. We did that a couple of years ago. And we're going to keep doing it. And like you said, adding in some new people. We'll remake the cards from those black and white cards you were talking about from the past, but we're not going to do them exactly the same because I don't want people to get something that's just simply exactly the same, just with color art. And so I've asked people, we've learned some things over the years. This card maybe is a little too strong. This one maybe is a little too weak. This turnbuckle rating maybe ought to be an A instead of a B. And we're going to make those minor adjustments so that those cards are more fine-tuned today than they might have been 10 years ago. That's how hard we work on this stuff. I mean, the people who help me write the cards, they're wrestling fans through and through. They'll go and watch dozens of matches to make sure the move set is correct, that all the ratings are about right. There's a lot of love that goes into the making of these games, and I think that's part of why the community is so strong.
Oh, I agree. I think I think the real-time aspect of it, the fact that you're the boss, you get to say, and I want this guy to get a title shot, or vice versa. It leaves so much open to the creation and the imagination. And I think, with Champions of the Galaxy, the Indie Feds, Legends, all of it, that's been the most fun part for me is being able to be my own creator. And when I see these color cards and just even, like you said, the adjustments in the cards and the little things that people are paying attention to, it just makes it so much more fun to play. That's the way I've always felt with it,
Oh yeah, no doubt. And the wrestlers like it too. And the art for their game cards they'll often use as their profile pictures on Twitter or Facebook. We had that with Claudio when he was Claudio Castagnoli.
Yes.
I can't even pronounce that last name now. But he was one of them that was using his card art for his Twitter account before we went to WWE, and they changed his name to and then you can tell me.
Cesaro.
Right. That's it. Is that what he still goes by?
He goes by Cesaro, and they brought him in. He was Antonio Cesaro. They dropped the Antonio. Now he's just plain old Cesaro.
Cesaro, yeah, a great wrestler. And we did very well to sign many of these people while they were still independents. And then when they made it onto WWE, of course, we needed to still use whatever name we signed them under. Sometimes it would change, sometimes it wouldn't. Like Bryan Danielson, who became Daniel Bryan, was a huge fan of Champions of the Galaxy. So when we signed him, he was honored to be signed. Awesome. When he was signed, I wasn't present for that. He was signed by one of my general managers, Todd Jorshell.
Oh, Todd's great, by the way. Todd is a class guy all the way, and any interaction I've ever had with Todd has been wonderful. So, you wrestling fans, if you need anything, Todd's going to be your guy.
Todd was amazing. It's a passion for him. He's great with the community, and I was going to say something about Todd. Here I go. My thoughts come and go. I'm just a scatterbrained person.
Hey, that's all right. That's me and you both. But I loved what you were saying about Bryan Danielson, because I had the opportunity to meet him a few years back, and my wife and I were huge fans of his, as were my kids, and we actually came out to his theme song at our wedding. And so I had a chance to talk to him about that, and there might not be a nicer guy, out there, than Bryan Danielson. Just a really classy individual and somebody that you love to root for,
No doubt about it. And I realized what I was going to say is when he was signed by Todd many years ago, Daniel, let's see, I guess I would call him Brian. I'm not sure which he
goes by now, yeah.
But he said, Champions of the Galaxy, my favorite guy was Santos. So then I went and looked it up. He was a person who rebought. He would keep buying the expansions. He was not a one-shot only and out.
Wow.
So he was a serious fan. Like some other people are too. It's been a great journey.
Oh, incredible. So who are some of the guys? I know you've mentioned a few different guys. I know even on Twitter when you guys announced Red Bastien, you mentioned just what a great guy he was. Who have been some of your favorite guys to work with over the years?
Let's see. I would go with Nikolai Volkov, who unfortunately passed away recently. He was a great person to work with, a great guy. So was the Iron Sheik. Ted DiBiase was. And I enjoyed working with Ted because he not only gave us permission to use him, but also we love to do tributes to the old wrestlers because we don't want them to be forgotten. And one of them was his father, Iron DiBiase. And so Ted was not only nice enough to let us do his card, but he was himself flattered and happy that we were doing a tribute card to his father. It was the same thing when we signed the Papo family. That was the result of Lanny, who was very generous yet again. See, a lot of these guys are. And so he said, you can do a card for me and Randy. And then we were talking, thinking and thought, let's do one for your father too. I mean, that's where it started. So we released the 3 of them as a set. And of course, everybody was really looking forward to Randy Macho Man Savage, but we did 2 other members of that family too. Gosh, I could go on forever. King Kong Bundy was great, and he's a player of Champions of the Galaxy too.
Yes, he is. And he's a Jersey guy, just like me.
Oh, yeah, right. That's right.
And there's so many. And the one thing I love that you guys have encouraged is the fan-made cards. And I know Werner does some of the art for those. Just tremendous stuff that, you know, people have come up with over the years. You know, what is that like to see that kind of following? You know, these guys making their own cards and this great art. I just love that it's so free and open like that.
Yeah, I love that, and I encourage that from the beginning. I'm a big proponent of the importance of creativity and imagination and the rewards of that in people's lives. And so when I was seeing that, I would always encourage it. And there were fans over the years who would then collect as many of the fan-made cards as they could. And that started a number in the thousands. I even tried to organize all that at one time, because game fans, you know, when they create their own characters, sometimes they'll print them out, send them to other people, and they'll send them to me, you know, to be complimentary, to be just nice about it, I suppose, and I'm very thankful that they send them to me. And so I would have stacks of these, and I tried to alphabetize them and collect them myself, and I still have them somewhere. But I really value that, and we will still sometimes release sets where we ask the fans to create character, and then we will, a group of judges, look over those characters and release, let's say, 5 or 6 of them as part of a new set.
That's awesome.
So we're always trying to encourage that, as well as just merely not just love it, but actually participate in it.
That's the great thing again about this community, and fans, if you haven't tried this game out, I highly recommend it, because you can do matches in real time. So many of your favorite stars, or so many of, you know, who are into the comic side, who are into Champions of the Galaxy, and you love those stories and those created fictional characters, you know, that's some great stuff, and it's for young and old fans alike, I think. You know, and here's a good question that I wanted to ask. Is there any wrestler today on Tom's wish list that you say, man, we got to get this guy? This is somebody I'm hoping for one of these days.
Well, you know, there's actually, you know, several, and I don't even know if I'd be able to pin it down to 1 or 2. Luckily for us, we got people like Kevin Steen, you know, and some of the ones that are around today that I really like a lot. But yeah, there'd be a few, and I'd say to people to keep their eyes open. You never know when we might have that agreement that allows it to happen.
That's awesome. Well, Tom, we're gonna wrap this up, but we want to thank all the fans so much for talking to us and listening to us today, talking with Tom Filsinger, Filsinger Games. Don't forget the Legends of Wrestling set, all the holiday releases, a new Ring of Honor set, a new Champions of the Galaxy coming your way this holiday season. Always a busy time of year. We will have Kevin Knight from IWF Wrestling here in New Jersey for episode 5, and hope you guys will tune in and join us. Until next time, Mike Leotis signing off, Wrestler Weekly Conversations.